everybody on the YouTube internet. You already know the channel by looking at the channel title. This video is going to be a little different as we're going to be talking about, something that is kind of a weird story that I was like, you know what, I'm going to bring it up. I meant to talk about it a long time ago. So take back, relax, as I take you back to the year 2020. It was 4 years ago at this point in time. Can you believe, I can't believe that. And I randomly got contacted. You see, I have this thing, a wiki, that's in the channel description. I mostly do it just to catalog things for my own personal being. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but that's just the type of person I am. One of the things I catalog was my old books. I have one right here. It looks terrible. Not only does it look bad, because I made it when I was 8 and I didn't put any care and effort into it, it also looks bad because it's falling apart. Look at that. So I was like, hey, I might as well release it here and make it nice. I mean, I could do it in a file, but it's nicer to have a whole wiki page dedicated to it. Write down details about when I might forget. So apparently someone came across my wiki through the Dancing Hog article, believe it or not, and they found this page. Will look a little different, but it has mostly the same stuff here. This is just a catalog of the first book I made, just to give a little rundown of what it was like. I know I'm weird as hell, but someone thought, I like this. I'm not even joking. If you don't know, this is my books that I made as a kid. They're called Super Oreo and Super Elvis. And I did them in 2008, 2010, when I was 8 and 10. And then I kind of gave it up. I unfortunately don't have all the books, including the first one. It's just a random mock-up I did when I was like 10 or 9. I was then contacted in 2020 by this channel called Copyhat Productions. And I gotta say, it's a weird channel. What the fuck am I watching? The channel is weird, but hey, I don't really get it. I'm sure somebody liked them. Well, not really, there's not a whole lot of views here. In fact, the most popular video here is just a trailer for one of their videos. The video itself has like no views. I'm guessing people thought it was an actual movie trailer and it wasn't, so yeah. The reason I'm talking about this because I don't know if these were trolls or not. Based on the conversation, I didn't think so. But I don't really care. If somebody wants to use my stuff, even if it's a periodic matter, even though they said they weren't going to do so, then I don't care. I don't know who they or is one person. I don't really understand this channel or whatever's going on. It's also an incredibly inactive channel. When I first got messaged that this is the only newest video, as you can see, they only released 2 videos in the 4-year lifespan, and I guess they ditched the video that they were going to pitch to me, which we'll get to now. I was actually contacted not by Copyhat Productions, by this thing called Copycat Draws, which I'm assuming is one of those people there. This person's also been inactive since 2020 on this profile. So I can't find the original contact, with most of the conversation was on Instagram. I don't usually use Instagram. I was like, wait, where's this thing? So I forgot about it, and then I was like, oh yeah, it's on Instagram. So I have no idea what else they shot at first. But yeah, there you go. Copycat Draws. They apparently wanted to do this style of video where they take written works and do this weird animated stuff, but based on their channel, I've never seen anything like this, so I have no idea if that would even work out. What they sent me doesn't even make any sense. This is their video of what they would do in the style, however, it doesn't make any sense. The voice performance is pretty bad, and this comes from someone who has bad audio quality. I don't understand what's going on, which maybe that's why they like my books, because my books also don't make any sense. The next thing I know, I got fan art. The first ever fan art is what you're looking at here. This in the next page. And I gotta say, I like it. This is the best thing they've done so far. Certain stylist elements I do not care for, but they clearly have artistic talent. I like it, other than, well, I'll be honest, some of the interpretations on the top part, the bottom part looks way better than what I did as a kid, and I like that. The top part, yeah, what the fuck is that? Here's the next character, Frankentyler, who, you can read about this character in the wiki, too. The link to the wiki will be there. All these characters have really weird inane stuff. So it's just a basic Frankenstein monster character that I created. It looks, I don't really like the way that it looks and its lips. It's really weird. The next redesign is for the cat vibe, which is a random little spherical robot thing I made as a kid. And I like this redesign. It's basically how I would reinterpret it, just, you know, slightly differently. I didn't actually forgot about this existed. I was like, I actually kind of like that design, but I like the one I created for my new book too. The next redesign is the for the cat bot, which is a random little spherical robot thing I made as a kid, and I like this redesign. It's basically how I would reinterpret it, just slightly differently. I didn't actually forgot about this existed. I was like, I actually kind of like that design, but I like the one I created for my new book too. And last we got the book monster, one of my least creative thing ever. We'll have a monster, a book monster. Yeah, I wasn't really that creative sometimes. Sometimes I'll have some weird thing that I just popped out thin air, and other times I'll just get, what if this was a monster? I have this character called the Blanket Monsters, who are just blankets. Ooh, scary. And here's the main characters, the super pets as I called them. Then I changed their name to the Lightning Paws, and then I changed them again to something you'll see. By the end of the month, maybe it'll be out by then. We'll see. This doesn't really work for me as much because, well, they all have the same style face. And I guess my artwork was so bad they didn't even understand that Fluffy was not a dog, but a hamster. Like I said, our old artwork was bad. This is fine, it's typical dog stuff. I don't really like Super Oreo's shit-eating grin there. Like, what the fuck is that? But, like I said, I can't complain. It's the first time anyone that isn't me is drawing these characters, and that was just a shocker. I pretty much at this point gave up on this series. I just put them on the wiki just for fun, but this actually reinvigorated me to want to go back to it. So needless to say, I didn't expect anyone to think that this was good. It is not good. It is written by a kid who was 8 years old, who thought, hey, what if my dog had superpowers, and I'll have to give him a little friend. And that's just how the story went. There's a lot of nonsensical plot points. Characters get introduced without really any introduction. The art is pretty bad. I've improved as an artist, I would say so. Maybe not the greatest. I'm nowhere near the greatest. I'm actually thinking, I can't help it. I'm not good at art. But I like drawing. When you're a kid, you think what you do is a magnum opus and that everyone loves it, without realizing that was just your perception. I made books as a kid, and I thought they were already famous. Not really, but at the same time I kind of did. Does anyone know that feeling? Like you make, this is the best thing I did, and you think it's already good. So, in my head, I always thought that was the way it was, but then I realized it wasn't. So it was always like shocking to see somebody come out and talk about it. At least somebody was interested. I've done some videos on this in the past, but not really getting really any reaction. It is hard to advertise a new franchise like this. So why am I mentioning this to you guys now? Well, if you haven't seen my channel banner or my thing, this franchise is one that, while not that good, I always had a fondness for. There's potential there, and seeing that someone else liked it made me think they should go back and redo it, which is what I did back in 2021. Well, kind of. I started in 2020, I just made, what if I continued the last book? The last book was never finished. And I did that, but I was like, these old books do not hold up. If I really want to do this right, I have to redo it. And I did redo it. Fortunately for me, I rushed it. I thought if I did a bunch of them at once, I can redo it, but then I had a better art prompt, so I had to cancel it. 15 issues. I think it's okay, but I always wanted to redo it, so I redid it again. Fortunately, I don't have a better copy of it than this, but you can be able to buy this pretty soon on Amazon. This was something I had an idea of. What if I made a book? An actual book. This is something you can buy. Currently, I'm work in progress. This one was a little difficult. The other two, if you already see my channel, you probably haven't. I have two other books called Dougie's a Jerk and Katie the Strawberry, and they're children's books, so you'll buy them. But this is the first ever rough copy. You can see there, the band. There, I never ordered one because I don't have money to do that. I hope this would make me money. But yeah, this was my first attempt at really doing it right. But then I was like, I wasn't too happy with this either because it's just my first attempt at a book, and it helped me learning how to do the process through Amazon. And now I was ready to finally redo it again, which is what you'll see in my YouTube Shorts in my new book, which is the complete retelling of the story. And I'm not sure if you'll like it or not, but I'm pretty passionate about it. I think it's the best book so far. Definitely my longest book by a long shot. Other than using colored pencils, which I regret doing, I think, well, it's part of my style. I'm not good at coloring at all. I can do digital coloring, but then the liner doesn't look as good. So it's one of those things. I probably should have just painted it from the beginning, but I have less options of paint, I feel like. I don't know, I'm bad at that stuff. But I think it's good, and I'm happy that Copycat Draws or Copycat Productions will be helping me look back at this series and made me think, you know what? I do like that. Let me try to reinvent this in a way that make it work. And the book, I said, is coming along pretty good. It'll be coming by the end of 2024. No, I said in this month, most likely. And yeah, I'm really excited. I also want to go back and make other books. Mostly, I have new ideas and other things going on. So hope you guys are interested in that. And yes, this was a plug for all that. For this encounter, I would have now made these two books, which I'm also way more proud of than Lightning Paws. Other than this cover sucked, so that's why if you buy it now, you get a brand new cover, which is awesome. And if you want to read these or look at these, I'll have compilation books coming in the future, but I have original paper pages scanned. Some of the scans aren't as good because some of the paper is way bigger than others. But if you're interested, it's there all in the wiki, plus a bunch of other information. I'm still adding stuff as we go, but I have most of these stuff going on. Last question I have about the copy hat thing is, what happened? I don't know, I reached out and nothing. Pretty sure I reached out, at least I remembered, maybe I called from a number. I don't have the number anymore, so I can't really see. I just have the Instagram, it's the last thing I have. But I mentioned this because this is a very exciting thing. Maybe get passionate about bookmaking and made a lot since then. More so than I did. Maybe not so, but maybe just the right amount as it is a child. And like I said, it's one of the things I'm trying to work at. I would appreciate if you bought it, but here's saying if you don't. Fortunately, because of Amazon's price thing, so I had to charge the hardcovers at $20 around, and less for paperbacks. Just to let you know, digital is mostly cheap for those stuff. You can find that on the Amazon store. Hopefully, a link will be in the description. But the whole real question is, what was their goal? Was it just to make this project? Was it to mess with me? I don't really know, because I'm more confused than anything. Honestly, if you want to make a project where you take this idea and characters and just say, this sucks, you're crap, do a whole video, go right ahead, I don't care. I'd actually be happy, because I at least knows that somebody thought this was interesting enough to make a video topic on. And that's why this was exciting for me at the time, when I completely gave up on this franchise, like 10 years ago at that point. Just to have somebody say, this is kind of interesting. It's like, you know what? It is. So, all I can say is that even if you have an idea that you like, maybe somebody will find it. Make sure your idea is original, though. Well, I was inspired by multiple different things as a kid. That's better than having just one thing and not making it mesh with anything else. So yeah, if your first idea doesn't work, try again. Like if this one that I'm working on now doesn't really do anything, that's okay. I've got other ideas cooking in this brain. Maybe you do too. But yeah, if somehow Copycat Productions or Copycat, whatever you are, copying stuff, I guess. Did anything even come to that project? I would like to see it. And if anyone else wants to do fan stuff or just see more of it, let me know in the comment section below. But thank you for hearing this random rant, and have a nice day.